Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With CurtDog.
Welcome to the show. Let's get this party started.
I'm out.
Hopefully, y'all had a great day today.
I'm out.
It wouldn't be allegedly because he was charged.
Welcome to Speak. I'm out. Welcome to Speak. I'm out.
Why, those must be some good wings.
I'm out. Who You With CurtDog.
Welcome to Speak On It with CurtDog. Hopefully, y'all had a great week today. It is Thursday. You know what time it is on Thursday. Hopefully, everybody in the DFW is staying safe with this weather that we've been having. It's kind of crazy outside. Had a little technical issue, but I think we got it fixed. I hope we got it fixed. So we'll know in just a minute. So I want to welcome everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, D Live as always in the house. And you can live chat with us in the show. Tonight, we're going to have a little history, hopefully, from Miss Risky. Then we're going to have Miss Risky rant. And y'all know what? Her birthday was yesterday. I was trying to do a show yesterday, but y'all can still make that Cash App say ding-a-ling-a-ling and hit her up on that Cash App. So it's up there, $ Risky Books, $ Risky Books. It's up on the stream. So y'all definitely take care of my girl. She do a lot of stuff on the show. I know y'all love it when she come on. I do too. So without waiting anymore, cross your fingers. Hope this work. Miss Risky, how you doing?
I am all right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. It worked.
All right. The
What prayers
headphones, I
you-
think, was jamming up the frequencies.
Oh, blame it on
I don't know.
the headphones. How was your week?
It was fine,
Well, that's
but
good.
I need to
That's
figure
good.
out why my screen is humongous. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Did you get that message I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Um,
I mean, if you want to, I didn't really want to go too detailed into that topic, but
okay,
we
that's
can.
cool. Well, we can hit
We'll see
on
where it goes.
we can hit on different things. I know it's been a while since we've done it, so we're definitely gonna take a look at gonna hit on several topics tonight. We're gonna have a history, then we're gonna talk about human trafficking, um, which is something that should be talked about all the time because it's going on so much. Not only in Texas, which I did put up a stack, we will talk about it later. Texas led the race. Houston actually led the race in human trafficking. So we're gonna hit on that tonight. Um, and then we're gonna talk about some other things. But first, if Miss Risky is ready,
No,
no, I just got your text. I
my
just
document
got
don't want to pull up.
no, I understand. I understand. Technology, your computer is cold, and you've
Oh
been
wait, I
working all.
think it's starting to do something. I
And
see
you've
the
been
icon.
working all day. Yeah, it have to thaw out first. That's what it is.
Like
Have to thaw
clearly.
out first. Gotta do it like an old Chevy. Get out there and crank it for a minute. Gotta let it
Let
crank.
me,
You
let
just
me
can't
blow on it.
warm it up. That's how you do it. Warm it up. Um, regardless of what platform you are listening to us on, please like, share, tell a friend. We are live and you can live chat with us in the chat room. Matter of fact, before I go too far, please, I know here in the DFW, we've been dealing with this ice for the last couple of days, but tomorrow is the last day of early voting. Get out and vote. Don't wait until next Tuesday. Get out and vote tomorrow. Polls open up at 8, I believe, from 8 to 5. Get out and vote. Whatever county you are in, you can vote anywhere in that county. So definitely get out and vote for that part. And let your voice be heard. Do not wait until Tuesday because anything can happen. do it tomorrow. So, Keith Johnson, what's going on out of Longview, who is also running for justice of the peace in Longview. He been following the show for about almost a year now. So, uh, welcome to the show, Keith Johnson. And let's get out and vote. We still need to connect because we need to try to get people in Longview to support you. Um, so without further ado, Miss Risky History.
I know it took long enough. Uh, but no, today we're going to be talking about Ernest Frederick Morrison. He was the first Black child movie star signed to a long term contract and is the most famous for his role in Our Game, the Little Rascals series. Morrison was born on December 20th, 1912, to Louise and Joseph Ernest Morrison. He grew up he was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. He made his unofficial movie debut as an infant, filling in for another child that would not stop crying. He was given the nickname Sunshine by the crew and later went on to use the name Sunshine Sambo or Little Sambo, Sunshine Sammy, Ernie, or just Sammy. So he had all them names, but Sambo, we've talked about that before in some of our other history lessons. Morrison debuted in officially in 19 in The Soul of a Child at age of 3. From 1917 to 1922, Morrison appeared in a series of silent films produced by Harold Lloyd alongside then child actor Marie Osborne. Um, and it was produced somewhere in New York. In 1919, Morrison became the first African American actor to be signed with a comedy film producer, a long term contract with comedy film producer Hal Roach. Roach created the series The Sunshine Sammy series just for Morrison in 1921, but only one segment produced was aired. Roach recreated his idea in a series called Hal Roach's Rascals / R Game. Morrison made his debut as Booker T. Bacon in the 1922 debut short of the series called One Terrible Day. As the oldest member of the cast, Morrison was paid $10,000 a year, making him the highest paid Black actor in Hollywood at that time. He filmed 28 episodes and remained with the show until 1924. And he was when he was 12. In 1939, Morrison, at the age of 22, married Annette McAbee, but the couple divorced in 1936. For the next few years, Morrison performed in vaudeville shows and toured abroad before returning to the screen in 1940. He was cast in the series and a series producers in Los Angeles called The Dead End or East Side Kids. And he played a character named Scruno for the next 3 years. He performed with the Four Step Brothers, a dance group, for a short time in 1943. Morrison eventually was drafted in the U.S. Army during World War II in 1944. And there he often performed as a comedian / singer / dancer for the troops. So, he did it all. After his discharge in 1945, Morrison was offered a part in a series, The Bowie Boys. Got a little tongue tie there. But he declined the offer. He ended up accepting a job as a quality control inspector for an aerospace company in Compton, California. He worked there for the next 17 years. After he retired, he again appeared on television in 1970s in an episode of Good Times and The Jeffersons. Morrison appeared in 145 motion pictures in his career. He was inducted into the Black Filmmakers Hall of Fame in 1987, but only 2 years later died of cancer at the age of 76 on July 24th, 1989, in Linwood, California. So, I mean, he had a pretty long career for someone, um, uh, considering, Black actors back then, they didn't have that, you know, they didn't have that history of being in films that long or being paid that much. So, and usually by the time they're teenagers, they're washed up. So,
Exactly. Appearing in 145 motion pictures, man, he was busy.
yep.
Very busy back then. I'm like, okay. Um, and when they said he died 2 years later of cancer at the age of 76, that's why it's important for us to get checked, and especially as brothers. A lot of us don't want to get our prostate checked, but you definitely need to get it checked because it doesn't say what type of cancer, but it's always good to go get your checkup every year. And if something feel different in your body throughout the year, still go get checked. Um, so that's some good information, Miss Risky. I, I appreciate the hard work you do on this history. I'm like, cool. Matter of fact, I'll put up another note. If y'all want to wish Miss Risky a happy birthday, hit her up on that cash app. Had $Risky Books, Risky Books. Hit her up. She loves Starbucks. So if you follow her on social media, you know she'll be on. Well, she might be on Starbucks tomorrow. I don't know if she's working tomorrow or not.
I mean, I've been working from home, so
Well, not sure if you're gonna go into the
yeah, I
office.
don't know if
Like,
I'll go in, but you knew. We'll see. If I do, it'll probably be later.
no,
But if my boss makes it in and says it's fine because she comes in from Garland, then maybe I'll slide in. I don't know. But I think for
well,
now, we're planning on working um, from home.
no, okay. Well, I'll be going in tomorrow. I tried this morning, just couldn't make it. So,
Yeah.
um,
And then we had a question from Keith Johnson. He was not the original Buckwheat. I was they had like three black characters on Our Gang. And Buckwheat was played by William Billy Thomas Jr. And from what I could tell, he was the only one. And then they had the one that played Farina, but he played Sammy.
um, trying to see who was Billy Thompson was the original one.
Yeah. Let's see. Who was the other one? Was it Farina? I don't know. It was something. I always thought he was a girl, but it was a boy.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess it started in he
Yeah,
was
because he
born.
had things in his hair. I always thought it was a little girl, but it was a little boy. But I was like young. I didn't know.
Yeah. And he
So
died
Farina
pretty.
Allen Hoskins. I think we talked about him at one
Wait a
point.
minute, what was the name? Because I Google.
Alan Hoskins, Farina.
Oh, I didn't get that name. I got Billy Thompson.
Yeah, that's
Billy
Buckwheat.
Thomas.
Remember,
Yeah.
I said three black dudes for our game. He was one of the three.
Oh, okay. When I Googled the original, that's what came up. So one of them was the original. So,
Yeah, it
but
was.
he died at a very young age too, at 49. Man, I'm
Mhm.
49. So yeah, um, man, that's some good history. So he was not the original Buckwheat
No,
Keith Johnson. So hopefully, um, it's hard to remake old shows like that. and make it
No,
look
they would be
interesting.
canceled before it even came on. But there is a little
Exactly.
picture of him as a youngin with a little top hat.
That's uh
Sunshine Sammy.
yeah. I seen one. I guess he was oh, that's an autograph picture too.
Hmm.
Um, I seen one. He was holding the cane. He didn't have the top hat there.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the
So,
show.
and this is him with our gang. Well, it's kind of blurry.
Well, we can see him.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
That
show,
was
T.
racist. No.
T. Callen came into the house. Welcome, T. Cal said, "Happy Thursday. Glad to know y'all are safe. Stay safe, most definitely." So, um, yeah. Hopefully you are safe. Also, you can live chat with us in the chat room, regardless of where you are, whatever platform you're looking, watching the show on. Please share share, um, like, share with a friend, subscribe to the show. Subscribe. Matter of fact, just tell everybody, hey, y'all need to go follow them. They are live. Um, so so that's some good information, Miss Rick. So do you want to do your rant first
Oh yeah,
or
we could do our go
okay,
into the rant because they'll go into our other story. Because I know
okay.
some of my friends are watching. Uh, they can call in if they want to share their side.
And please, if you call in, please do not block your number. Don't block your number. I get way too many spam calls.
Yep, there she is,
Um, welcome to the show,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button and forward it to your friends. Let your friends know we are live, and you can live chat with us in the show during the show. Um, but if you decide to call in, please do not block your number. I'm not going to call you back, but I get a lot of spam calls. So the number is going across the stream 972 591 3665 972 591 3665. And come on with your rant because
All
I,
right.
I want
So
to hear about it.
yeah, so this past weekend on the 19th was my friend Jennifer's birthday.
Happy
Happy
belated
belated.
birthday, Jennifer.
Yeah, so we went out celebrating, hit all the spots. Ended up at a bar, Revel in Frisco. I play poker there, so it's a cool place. So towards the night, like once we get there, we've been there what about 30 minutes or an hour. The girls take off, and one of the people in our party, I'm gonna call her Kiki, comes
Hey,
back with
Kiki.
this drink from some weird guy at the bar. Now there were some concerns about the beverage she had, and I was like, well, I wouldn't drink it, but we've been drinking already, so it's like, well, if anything happened with us. So she's chugging them down. He's stalking her through the whole like bar, and at one point comes to our table, and he's just on her like white on rice. And of course, there are four of the ladies at the table, and then he starts eating our nachos.
Oh,
We don't
hell
know
no.
him, and I, made a comment. Excuse you, do we know you? Did not respond. Did not look at us. I think eventually my friend Jennifer cussed him out, and he went away. So fast forward, we're the ladies go off to venture out to the other parts of the bar, pay the tab, look for them, and we're like, all right, it's after midnight, let's gather it up. So again, creeper dude, I think his name was Tyler. Yeah, I'm calling him out, Tyler.
Who's
um,
probably married and have 3 kids.
I don't know if anybody was married to that thing because he was creepy. um so I have a picture of him somewhere. Did I send it to you, Curtis?
Yes, you did.
I sure did. So I'm gonna show you this picture. So this
Twice.
is yeah. So this is a creeper dude. He looks strange.
Hmm.
So gather the girls, take my friend who was getting the drinks, and she was three sheets. So I'm helping guide Kiki And Tyler grabs my arm. And I
It's
was
time to
like,
roll
excuse
out.
you. Yeah, all aggressive. And I'm like, excuse you. He's like, well, I just want 10 more seconds, da da da. And I was like, no, it's late. We got to go. So we proceed to leave. And then he called me, see you next Tuesday.
What the hell?
Yes. I was like, oh, excuse, the Oak Cliffian almost came right out. But I was like, I don't know this dude. He's creepy, and I don't need to be arrested in Frisco because I'm not familiar with their police officers. And again, everybody's been drinking, so we didn't need that problem, that trouble. So we're headed towards the car, and after exchanging some words, my friend Jennifer is smoking her cigarette. I'm trying to lure my friend into the car. I turn, and this dude is doing the get out run towards us. And I think he was charging at me, but then when I turned, like I think he was going to knock me down from behind. But then he beelines it, and my friend Jennifer was smoking. She kicks at him, and he knocks her to the ground. And we're
Oh,
like,
hell no.
what just happened? This crazy dude just attacked us. So my friend Jennifer from Oak Cliff goes postal
That's
as she
probably
should,
good.
and she gets knocked down. I think again. Her girlfriend. I don't. She thinks she got hit. I don't know. It was a lot of stuff going on, but I was trying to wrangle everybody up because this man was crazy. Like, and what we think, is that he was giving Kiki some special drinks because, like I said, she, we drunk, gone out drinking with her before, but she ain't never been that wasted, and she wasn't even there. So I think he like put a little something in there, and he may have been trying to traffic her in some way or rape her. I don't know, but he was being a little too aggressive to get, at our friend Kiki. Um, so we eventually, we saw security and somebody called the cops, but by the time we pulled out of the driveway, the cops were coming. Eventually, I think the next day, one of the people in our party called the cops and said that the guy was banned from the bar, and the cops were looking into the surveillance there. But I tell you what, I would love to see that surveillance because, like I said, that dude, like, who does that?
Well,
Like, it was just random. It was just crazy. Like, I think he like put all this money and effort, and he probably was trying to get her in a crate because there's no way some dude who would get rejected at a bar after buying a lady a drink or two would go that crazy over nothing.
well, there's a couple of things I have question about because I know when you you told me about it the next day.
Yeah.
That's when you first told me about it. I'm like, hey, I, yeah, I'm about to strap up and roll out. You were like, oh, it happened last night. I'm like, well, damn, too
Yeah,
late now.
listen, waiting on you to come there in this crate. No, we needed to hightail out of there because we didn't know if he had a weapon, if he had buddies. Because again,
Well,
why?
a, a couple of things wrong with this picture because you didn't have your stun gun with you.
No, I had it in my car. I wasn't driving. I know. I'm gonna have to get some backups. I'm gonna have to get one on my keychain, in my bra, and keep the one that's in the car in the car.
See, first of all, the dude came to the table,
Exactly.
don't even know y'all,
Mm-mm.
and stick his hand in your food. He would have purchased that food. He would. That's your food now because I don't know you. I don't know what you have. We're in the middle of COVID, so
This fool chased us out of a bar. You think he paying for nachos?
well, well, hold on now. Now, see, once he came running after us, that would have been an ass whooping.
Yeah.
I
Listen,
don't
he
know
almost
what he was
got it
going to try
because
to do.
listen, we almost gave it to him.
It was
But
more y'all than just him.
yeah, but again,
Y'all should have
we
went to
don't know what
town
he
on his
had.
ass.
But he could have, been packing a weapon because who in their right mind would just attack a group of women for no reason?
Um, Radio asked how old was this guy? In the picture, he looked
Mid,
like he was
late
probably in his
20s.
yeah
I don't
mid
think he was
20s, early
30s,
30s.
but he may have been in his mid to late 20s.
But radio just came on, so you might have to. Uh, well, we're not gonna. Yeah, I have to go back and listen. But she did show the picture a while ago. The dude
Yeah.
looked kind of weird.
I mean, I got the
Um,
profile, but that was it because he was just creepy. And the fact that he didn't introduce himself to us when he was trying to get in with, one of the girls in our party, Kiki, um, who's in the picture, um, yeah, it's like it was just weird. Like I think he was trying to be anonymous so that if we separated from the pack or been one of those groups to be like, oh yeah, girl, you go off with him, even though you're delirious and not together. But listen, we came together, we leave together.
exactly. Jennifer said he was a young privileged guy that thought he could have whatever he wanted. Yeah, he would have got an ass whooping that night.
Yeah,
That's why I told you next time y'all go out, I need to come out, be y'all bodyguard, sit over in the corner and see if
like
somebody weird come up. But
no,
um,
I'm just gonna make sure I have some stuff with me because I've been
exactly.
itching to light somebody up. And I was like,
um,
man, it's in my car.
Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. I apologize. Miss Risky was talking at the time, telling us about this food, but it's so important that when you go out, please do not accept drinks from somebody if the bartender did not give it to you and you did not see them make it, because this is a big thing. People getting they drink spite and have no idea. It been things where we seen on TV shows and on movies. Sometimes the bartender may be in on it, so you need to watch that drink being made. Get it directly from the bartender or the waiter or the waitress, either way. But don't let a complete stranger buy you a drink and bring it to you and tell you drink up. No, that ain't good. Um, and speaking of that, um, you froze up on me.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you froze for a couple of seconds.
Oh, my bad.
Uh,
Now I was looking up because there were some statistics because Texas is one of the three biggest hotspots for human trafficking, along with California. And I forgot the third one. I was looking up that. Um, but both men and women are susceptible to those things. And it's not just for sex trafficking, but also labor, which is a big thing, especially in Texas. So uh, they're trying to crack down and create stricter laws, trying to, I guess, get a handle on the trafficking that's going on, that in the United States. But yeah, men, watch your drinks because even if you're not being trafficked, um, you
you
could
will
probably
get
get
robbed.
robbed because we see that often.
Matter of fact, I was telling you about a story I seen on the news last week. This happened in Austin, Texas, where uh, a man went down on 6th Street in Austin, uh, went to a couple of bars and woke up the next morning, couldn't remember what happened the night before. But he did realize he had over $10,000 missing out his bank account the next morning. Wallet was stolen, not purse, phone was stolen, and he had no idea what happened. And how he found that about this other guy. Um, this other guy actually he called this guy like, "Hey, do you have my phone? Whatever," and the guy thought he was the one that robbed him. He said, "No, I got robbed, and I'm trying to find all my stuff." And they connected. So it was two guys in Austin that recently been robbed in Austin down on 6th Street. If you've never been to Austin, Texas, on 6th Street, that's a whole nother world by itself.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
So
But he said he
be
woke up
careful.
just groggy and confused. And like you said, he was looking for stuff. But yeah, they took at least 10,000. Um, they had swiped his cards for thousands at Target, Walmart, and then transferred money on
Have money
Venmo.
on Venmo. Exactly.
Yeah,
Um, which that's crazy.
yeah.
You go
And
out to have a good
this was
time, and all
recent.
this
This
happens.
was like what, the 16th?
Yeah, yeah. This recently came out. So this is it happened all over. Um and you never know who you're dealing with. So definitely that's why when it well pre-COVID, whenever I go out and if I go out with a group of friends, I don't drink. I need to know what's going on in my surrounding. Somebody got to be the one to pay attention to everything. I'm that person. And if I see something wrong, I'm gonna say something about it and do something about it. So uh radio asked if it was a bouncer at the bar.
Well, incidentally, there was like a Kiss tribute band. So they had like a couple of security men. But Bruh Man did not come out and help us. And he knew that dude was bothering us. Like he stood at the entrance from where the guy charged at us. Like I think at one point he did show himself like he got in between us and we left. But then after we left, he just lit him loose. And then he just stood there. Like he did
Well,
not come out. So Bruh
I
Man,
hate I hate to say it though. Um business that have security, once you get outside of that property,
but we're
that
in their
security
parking
thing.
lot. Like
Well, it
if
depends
you
on where it's
break
located.
an ankle at Marshall's in the parking lot, if it's their parking lot, you can still sue them. So just saying, he could at least come out and just been like, "Yo,
Yeah, he should have did something.
yeah,
But
phone
then
call,
again,
something." But some passerby, I think he was probably out smoking. He was on his phone reporting everything because he came from the other side of the bar. So
yeah, see that's some jacked
I
up
don't know.
stuff right there.
Maybe he thought we could handle
Uh,
ourselves because my friend, I don't know.
oh, Jennifer said I'm not sure he was a bouncer, he was a citizen. Um, Either way, somebody should have stepped down because um, you you cannot have a group of women being attacked or attempted attack because you don't know who this person is. You don't know who this person is, and you need to. I don't know. Um, I know y'all was out drinking, so I would assume nobody was packing. I know you didn't have your stun gun, but
No,
um,
I don't think any of us had weapons, but to be continued.
yeah. Tyler, get your act together. That's all I can say. Tyler, and you're gonna
Now,
run up on the wrong one.
listen, I've always wanted to do a puppet show. Bzz, 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 bzz. Make them jump. Bzz, bzz.
Be like,
Like for real. I was like,
see,
dang it, it's in the car.
yeah. Well, I'm glad y'all are okay.
Thank you.
Um, and with this that is going on, as Miss Risky said earlier, we hear about human trafficking all the time. I believe Houston is number one from the
It's either
stats I
Houston or
seen.
Austin.
No, Houston was, and Dallas was number 9 out of the 10. Because I was looking at it, I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then it was a couple of stories um where there was uh 19 arrested today. I think it was today or yesterday for human trafficking. Sent you the link. This happened in Lubbock, Texas. 19 arrested in Lubbock, prostitution sting, 6 possible human trafficking victims identified. And this came out today at 3:44 p.m. From KCBD 11. Lubbock, Texas. The Lubbock Police Department Special Operation Division, Texas Department of Public Safety, Homeland Security Investigation, and the Lubbock County Sheriff Office conducted a prostitution operation on February the 18th, 2022. The operation resulted in 19 arrests for solution of prostitution, possession of narcotics, warrants, and unlawful carrying of a firearm. 3 guns were confiscated, along with meth, THC, cocaine, marijuana. 6 additional females were contacted and identified as possible victims of human trafficking. Voice of Hope made contact and offered resource to the possible victims. The people that was arrested, anywhere from the age of 22 to 56. No, 62. I'm sorry, from 22 to 62 was the age for the ones that was arrested, and for either trying to solicit prostitution, or I don't know if any of, let me see if any of them was excuse me, warrants, solution, prostitution, unlawful carrying a weapon. I guess these are the Johns that was trying. Oh, a 122-year-old was promotion of prostitution. So this is yeah, they need to do their time. And a lot of them, it was at least, because they had pictures of them. I don't know if you pulled it up. At least 3 females was arrested in this thing. So human trafficking is real. I know January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, but this is something we all need to be aware of, because it's always something going on. We get these alerts going off on our phone, and a lot of people just ignore them, which I do. I look at them, but we need to be more aware of it. And if we see, as these alerts come out, we do need to contact authority if we see the vehicle or the person or anything like that, because you could be saving somebody's life. But this is something that constantly goes on a everyday base, which
Right.
it may start off as a fun night out, hanging out, getting drinks from folks,
Yeah.
and you don't know this person, and then next thing you know, you either missing or you don't know where you are. So
And my friend Jennifer pointed out trafficking increases around sporting events, anywhere the Super Bowl is. They just follow where the major events are. And I do remember seeing a special on that. I don't know if it was Oxygen Channel. They had some girls who had been in the business. They were sold as sex slaves, and they were pimped out to, like, what is a big basketball thing that they had
the
here?
All-Star Weekend,
The All-Star Weekend is
which
a
we just
big
had it.
thing, and that's what they were being used for. But yeah, you see them and they camp out at the fancy hotels, wherever these celebrities are, because it's a big money thing. But it's not all about sex trafficking. Like I said, it's labor, forced labor, and then like what is it called? Debt bondage, domestic servitude. But yeah, it's a worldwide issue.
Yeah, and unfortunately, um, and I hate to say this, but sometimes it's not about the force; it's about the materialistic things. Because believe it or not, um, some people They feel they're loved by the things they get, materialistic things, and that's a scary sight because in our society today, what make you popular is what you have, and we've seen this in movies, but this is a reality. I sent you that video yesterday about all the girls asking the question on Instagram yesterday, which was crazy,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
that was
all
them just being wannabe thoughtlets. Like
they 9 times out of 10 they probably was it probably was
they
accurate.
probably were just because they were young girls and they think since because think about the images they see on TV with the basketball wives that ain't really wives, like they're just baby mamas. And what was
Exactly.
it, Love and Hip Hop? And then you got your Nicki Minaj's and your, what's the other one? With the big booty
Uh,
that just her second baby with Offset, Cardi,
oh,
Cardi
Cardi.
B. So they see all these little thoughtlets running around in like nothing with these big booties and want to emulate it, and they think that's cute. It's not cute because
And then
that's not the kind of attention that you want, especially now. That is, they need better. We need better role models. We need better representation because it's already hard enough being a woman, but tack on being a black woman, and everybody thinks you're ghetto, um, poor. Got 15 babies from 15 baby daddies, or we're just angry black. Like we don't have a chance to show who we really are because we have all these things we gotta combat. So yeah, I think they were just being young girls who thought that was cute.
well, when you bring up Cardi B, I'm trying to think of that movie, her, Jennifer Lopez, and
Hustler
uh,
or
Hustler.
Hustler. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
Unfortunately, even though that was a movie, but some people actually do that for real.
Yeah,
Uh, they find hate to say a John, but a John or somebody who's in the club that is tipping them real good, and they want more.
of course.
They
That's
want
what you
more.
do. I mean, we all want more. And if you shake your booty and can get, that's no stacks, more power to you. More power to you. But at the end of the day, movies like that and just the portrayals of like the in the hip hop world is not a good look. Like let's go on to the next trend. Let's show
Exactly.
some more empowered women doing their things without shaking their booties everywhere.
And that's just the society that we live in today because set sail,
Oh yeah,
set sail. And
it's a multi-billion-dollar industry,
exactly. I'm
whether
not
it be
talking about
movies, toys, people, sex sells.
music because I'm like this when you see some of the videos, the woman got their back turned towards you the whole time. And I'm like,
Because
really?
they pay good money for them implants
Well,
or
yeah,
them injections.
yeah.
Like if I
And
got breast implants, that's the first thing you see. Look what I got.
I'd be like, no, no,
But
no.
I'm happy with my Scooby snacks.
Okay. uh, Radio said you can't buy love, but some people try to rent it. Ooh,
Yeah.
boy, he said
I
something on
mean,
that
isn't
one.
that the thing when you pay for a prostitute, you paying for them to leave? Like one and done.
Well, I guess I've never
Hey.
had that issue. um, but yeah, you basically, hey, I want you for this amount of time, and once that time is up, it's time for you to go.
Yeah. Ski daddle.
But my thing, I guess I'm old school because this day and time, do you want to risk your life like that? You got a
Listen,
whole
men have fought wars for the cooch. So, like, again, this will never end.
well, yeah, true.
And then there's always somebody selling and then somebody buying. Supply
That's
and demand.
you gotta know. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say something, but you have to be smart. Yeah, think what you're
Like, if you're gonna
bringing.
be a hoe, be a high paid hoe. Because I'll be a hoe with some stacks. Like, this is my mansion. It's all mine.
Hey, some people they say you can't make a
Well,
housewife out of one, but
I
I've seen
mean,
some.
it
I'm not
happens.
saying not
It's
saying no
rare.
names. I'm just saying I've seen some that became housewives. And
Yeah,
that's all I'm
they
saying.
try. People can convert. Everybody's got a pass. You know,
Yeah, everybody got a pass. Hmm.
and they do their thing. That was a business, and
Hey,
they,
and some people they actually go to college to find a husband.
well, they go to college to find sugar daddies, not a
Well,
husband.
no, because
And in North Texas, they were ranked number 3 in sugar babies. My old alma mater. I was like, wait, what was this when I was there? And then my
hey,
mom had to remind me I was a kept woman in college. I just didn't realize it.
well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Radio said, I know a guy who gave up his family to be with a girl half his age, then she dumped him. So he did it a Harlem Night thing.
he did.
Call
He
home,
found sunshine.
call home, tell you I ain't coming home no more.
He probably bought her some breast implants and got her all fixed up. And then she was like, bye, these are somebody else's now.
TK tell me you gotta let up be up. Exactly. um, yeah, but you have to. I know we're laughing and joking, but trafficking is real. It
Yeah.
is. You have to know the signs. And if
And there's on the what site is that? It is most government sites. They like Homeland Security tell you what to look for if you're out and about and you notice someone um, who looks like they're being trafficked. Um, I didn't look up what they look for and what we're supposed to look for. Um, but it's on most government sites, www.state.gov, human trafficking. But yeah, most of your state sites have something on that because this is something that they're trying to combat and get a handle on.
well, I pulled it up and I say what indicators of human trafficking. Living with employer, poor living condition, multiple people in cramped space, in unable to speak to individual alone. Answers appear to be scripted and rehearsed. Employer is holding identifying document, sign of physical abuse, and submission of fear. That's just some of the signs. And I actually have the number for the National Human Trafficking Hotline. If you know someone that is possible being trafficked, um, 1-888-373-7888. And you could call that line and provide help. Look, don't call that line just because you're pissed off at somebody and you want to make them their life a living hell. This is serious. So definitely, if you know somebody who is going through it, uh, definitely get help. Get help. That's the best thing you could do. Uh, and trying to see another one is unpaid or paid very little, under 18 and in prostitution. So if you see an ad online talking about, hey, young hot chick, um, 16, looking for a date. Nine
Well,
times
I
out of
don't think
10,
they would have age because they would definitely be targeted. They usually have other code words.
yeah.
But I forgot
I
what those
don't know.
the Dateline actually posted like things to look for it. And I want to say one of them was like bubble gum or something like bubble gum, and that was your cue that they were under like 12 years old. Like it was a whole thing. So if you can catch some of those Dateline human trafficking reports, watch them because they're very informative.
And I
I've
wonder why
learned
they
some things.
I
Hmm?
wonder why they stopped doing that show that used to
To catch a
check out.
predator,
Yeah, that was a great
because
show.
I think Homeboy was going through it. He was cheating on his wife, and then we
Oh
ain't seen him
Lord.
since. And I was like, not
Um,
Chris Hansen.
and they also have a question to ask. This is actually from um, U.S. Department of State. Um, and they have questions to ask. You can ask someone that you suspect that may be human trafficking. Assuming you had the opportunity to speak with a potential victim privately and without jeopardizing the victim's safety because the trafficker is watching, here are some sample questions to ask to follow up on the red flag you become alert to. Can you leave your job if you want to? Can you come and go as you please? Have you been hurt or threatened if you tried to leave? Has your family been threatened? Do you live with your employer? Where do you sleep and eat? Are you in debt to your employer? Do you have your passport flash identification? Who has it? That's just a couple of questions you can ask and to try to
Oh,
figure out if a person is being trafficked. Go ahead.
also, there's a thing going on TikTok and all over social media about a hand signal. Someone may be trying to signal that they are in a compromised situation and can't speak. And it's the thumb out and then close. It's supposed to be like, help me, or an SOS. So if you see someone doing that, um, you may want to call 911 just to alert them. Don't follow them, just, give a description because you don't know what that person or captor can do. But yeah, so that's something that we can look for as citizens to help out as well.
And I'm not sure, do you know where Atlanta's standing on the top 10?
They're
Um,
probably in the top 20 because they got a lot of things going on in Atlanta.
well,
Um,
the reason why I asked that because
Maybe that was the third one.
um, one thing about Atlanta, their bus station is located right across what's that strip club in Atlanta? Um, Whatever the main strip club is in Atlanta, it's a bus station right across from it. So when the young ladies come into town, uh, bus station right there. You see this well-known strip club. What's the name of that strip club in Atlanta?
Oh, the
I
other
try.
place was Florida. So Florida, California, Texas, with
That's the
the
top
top three
three.
spots for trafficking.
Um, I'm trying to figure out. I don't even know if it's still open. That's the one old boy went to the uh uh that's supposed to have been in the bubble and um went and get the hot wings we talked about a couple of years ago.
Mm.
Um, when the pandemic first hit, it was a basketball player supposed to have been in the bubble, and he ended up going to golly, what's the name of that? Golly, Magic City. That's it, Magic City. End up going to Magic City because they have some hot wings named after them. Because we did a show about it. Matter of fact, in our intro, when I say, boy, that must have been some good wings, that
Mhm.
was from that show. So he risked his career to go get some wings from Magic City. And right across from Magic City, there's a bus station that is right across the street from it, which I've heard people say in the past that's a hot spot. They catch them as they come off the bus. They come off the bus and they drag them in, get them in. Um, okay.
Oh, and then I'm looking here on the San Diego Union Tribune. They stated that like when someone is trying to sell young tenderonis on, line, they use like emojis as indicators like rose or rosette, cherry blossoms, a growing heart, things of that nature to highlight that the victims being trafficked are minors. And then they should also include an airplane, which relates to a person willing to be in town for a temporary amount of time.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. And here's another thing that we have to look at too. While doing our research for this show, I ran across a story. Let me make sure I pull up the right one. Ran across the story where it talked about here in Texas that in the last 2 years, and I cannot find that story. I want to say Attorney General Ken Paxton only been able to bring just a handful of traffickers to trial and hold them accountable in the last 2 years. And I cannot find that story. Hold on, my. Oh, as human trafficking surged during COVID, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Oh, come on, I hate when that happens. Only been able to tally conviction for 4 in the last 2 years. 4 in the last 2 years for sex trafficking. That's why we need stronger laws. We need, I don't know the reason why he couldn't hold them accountable, but if all the evidence is there and they done their investigation the right way, they should be able to bring justice to the people.
Well, a lot of
Because
times these traffickers, they have like people who work under them. So you can't really get to the head person and they're always on the move. So, I mean, it's just like being, what is it, like prostitution? You have your bottom, you know what? Which I never understood why they call them the bottom women if they're the, ones that are managerial level. I don't know. They're the seniority. So that's probably the problem they're having with just getting them because you've been trafficked. You're not going to say anything, and their people aren't going to say anything. Because that runs deep.
yeah,
If we
and
keep going, there probably some government officials leading the charge, heading them things. I'm just
well,
saying. So
think about it. Uh, who we talked about last week, Prince Andrew,
mm-hmm.
that was linked to
Justine Maxwell and
yeah,
what's the other dude? I forgot
I
his name.
forgot his name. But linked to him, and that's all trafficking. Yeah, they have money, but it's still human trafficking. They're getting the young girls, and I don't know if y'all seen the special that came out last year sometime, talking about how they was doing it. They was going into low income areas, going to high schools, uh, using what's her name, the lady,
Ghislaine,
to to go in and to
lure
connect with these
these
young
girls.
girls and offer them money to bring friends in with them. And if you're in a poverty area, low income area, and you don't have the money, but here's somebody offering you money to bring their friends to give a massage.
It's Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein.
yeah, Jeffrey Epstein.
My friend's
And
saving me for the night.
yeah, so basically, you're up here becoming a trafficker yourself. Because now you're getting paid to bring your friends along to supposedly get this old man a massage, and that's it. But then they get there and it's more involved. More you do, more money you get.
Well, not all the time. I mean, because
Well, that's true.
if it's not an organized thing, then the girls can get robbed, raped, whatever. Like men are going to get what they're going to get when they want it. But usually traffickers, I mean, they probably get the money up front before they bring the girls. Like they get, it's like Grubhub or DoorDash. It's like, hey, I want this for this night. Pay up, via Venmo or whatever, Cash App, and the girls arrive at your door.
Well, I was talking about that documentary they did on Jeff Epstein last year,
Oh yeah, yeah,
where how they was getting those young high school girls to get
yeah.
involved with this, and it basically a friend of a friend inviting another friend to come hang out with this older
In a mansion.
pervert.
Like
Exactly.
it's like, ooh, I've
So
never been to a mansion.
So definitely be on the lookout for that. This is something that is very serious that we need to continue to highlight. And who knows, we may be able to save someone. And not only that, if someone have actually been involved with it, that that was once trafficked, and uh, it's a long recovery time for it. And if you do need counseling, and if you're in the DFW area, you can reach out to Dion Simmons, who have been a counselor on the show for some time. Um, Even if it's not dealing with trafficking, if you're dealing with some uh, mental health issues, please reach out to her. Family issues, we say it all the time on the show. Um, you could get counseling for free. Um, if you work, go to your HR, ask about the Employee Assistance Program, the EAP program. You could get counseling for free. You just have to take the first step, go to your HR and ask about it. I recommend Miss Dion Simmons because she's been on the show quite a bit. And from talking with her and the conversation we had off the show, she's very good. I stand by her and will always support her. So you can reach out to her and get some help. And when you go to your employer, it's not just for you. If you're married, your spouse can get counseling for free also. If you have kids, they can get counseling for free. So definitely, no matter what the situation is, I recommend counseling for anyone, especially during this time, the pandemic, the war that is going on in Russia, Ukrainian. Um, it's a stressful thing. So definitely get help. A lot of people have lost a lot of loved ones. So definitely try to get help. Get help. And pay attention to people. If you're out and about, if someone is trying to ask you for help, take it as it's real. Take it as it's a true story. Provide the help. Let them sort it out. But if they're asking for help, please, if you just have to make the call for them, do that. Do that. I've said on the show before when I did security, this I was doing security at an apartment complex. This woman passed by me and she was like, she whispered to me, call the police. And I looked at it and I'm like, whisper back. She's like, yes, call the police. They came out and her boyfriend had been abusing her all day long. Nobody knew. but she had that opportunity to say something, to ask for help. And if I would have overlooked what she said, that could have cost her her life. So you have to pay attention to your surrounding and do whatever you can to help someone. Don't
But
take it as a
piggybacking on
joke.
that, but be careful because sometimes they could be running a con.
Yeah,
Because don't hand them your phone. Just make a call for them or guide them to like somewhere where they can be safe and make a call for you. Because
exactly.
this story on the 17th in Florida, woman said a little 12-year-old boy came up to her saying he was lost and couldn't find his group. He didn't know where he was and asked to borrow her phone. Well, she gave him the phone and he was asking her questions and kind of distracted her. And he did talk to someone, allegedly. But before she knew it, he took off and she noticed that he had Venmoed himself $4,000 of her money. So make sure all your pay accounts are secure somehow via facial recognition, a passcode. So if you do your, civic duty or, just be a good citizen and hand your phone to somebody to make a call and help them out, make sure all your stuff's protected
Exactly.
because nobody
Matter-
really thinks about that. But yeah, all your information's on your phone.
I think about it. Matter of fact, somebody came to my door the other day. First of all, two people came to our door. One night, some woman came about, I think it was about 7 o'clock at night, um, talking about some damn solar panel. Hold on, woman. You don't have no damn brochure in your hands or nothing. Uh, we're not interested. So go on. Then the next day, somebody came by trying to get us to switch electric company. And I'm like, man, you don't have no brochures or nothing. So he want to try to hand me this card, tell me just put this card close to your phone
Yeah,
and our information will show up. I said, dude, that's how they steal your information. I ain't doing that shit. Holler at you later. Yeah, I
you're doing the
closed it.
most.
I said, no. Get on now. Get
But
on.
these scammers, man, oh, they make you have to jump through hoops just to stay secure. Like it's just too much. I cannot. That's why I just stay
Yeah.
in the house. I come out every once in a while, get some sunshine.
But be careful. Be careful because um people will try you, male and females. And see, this the problem. This is how a lot of guys get caught. And unfortunately, I don't think a lot of guys really report it because they embarrassed. You get this nice coat baller coming up to you, trying to holler at you, and you fall for the okie doke. You end up getting robbed. Next thing you know, you're not gonna tell nobody. Um, So that's jacked up. That's kind of like I've no, don't even do that. Radio said my friend used to try and borrow money from door to door salesman. He used to try and borrow money from door to door salesman. Well, hell, they come into your door.
He's like, let me hold a couple of dollars.
They
Be
come into
silly.
your door, get paid for your time. Be like, look, if I got to listen to this presentation, I need to get paid. That's all to it. I got to get paid. Um, yeah, but don't forget, yesterday was Miss Risky birthday. Y'all gonna make that cash app say ching
And
ching
my
ching
gift
ching.
to all of Texas, we get to work from home because it's iced out. It almost never fails. Or on my birthday, we are iced in. So
And,
you're welcome. See,
and
I'm
I'm
not stingy.
I'm going to work tomorrow, so at least I'm gonna try to go to save whatever was wet today is gonna freeze overnight.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to make it. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
uh,
see you around noon to see how things are, look at some reports. And like I said, if my boss makes it in, then I may roll in, but I'm not making any promises.
And then I think by Saturday we're supposed to have some rain
It's
come in.
rain, like it keeps going up. At first it was 50%, now it's 60. And I was planning on going to visit family, but we're gonna change that to Sunday.
I think it's supposed to rain Sunday, but
No,
somebody
it's
had
gonna be
posted.
dry the rest of the week from Sunday on. It's gonna be
Oh,
dry.
okay. Somebody had put on Instagram talking about, boy, this temperature is kind of like the Powerball number.
I'm gonna
Up
play
and
those,
down, up. I'm gonna play those numbers too.
but not for the Powerball, because no one in the South ever wins the Powerball.
Well, that's true. Hell, I don't think nobody from the South win the jackpot. No way. We only might get 1 million, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
Mega
it.
Millions and the Powerball. We don't ever get those. It's conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's probably the system probably hasn't forgiven us for the Civil War.
You know what? I need some help. I want to ask everybody a
Uh oh.
question. No, because I've been pondering about this for a while. So this year, um,
You thinking
it's a
about getting them
mile.
cornrows? Oh no,
I,
not
I
you.
I need those too. I definitely want some cornrows, but I'm a hold off on that. But so this year it's a milestone for me. June, it's a milestone for me. I'll be 50 this year. So,
You an old man.
but I still look like I'm 21, so it don't
I
matter.
don't know.
Hey,
I'm gonna say 21.
when I shave this
Number
off and
50.
shave my head, people, I still get caught in. I'll be like, oh, I appreciate it, child. Then you pull out your card, they be like, oh, you're a 70, baby. I don't need it.
I
But
know I like that when the kids have to count and they don't believe that you're that many years old. I had
exactly.
one girl, she actually was like, "For reals?" And I was like, I'm up there.
Welcome to the show. All
Thank
aboard is in
you.
the
All aboard.
house. Straight out of Miami. Yeah. Now that's one of the location. I told my wife I wouldn't mind coming to Miami. So we're trying to decide. It's a couple of places, but where would you choose to go for your 50th birthday if you had a choice? Anywhere in the world, except for Russia, Ukrainian, anywhere besides that. But where would you choose to go? Um, oh, and she said, "Happy birthday to you, Miss Risky." Radio talking about just think of it as halfway to 100. I'm truly blessed for the simple fact, and I hope I'm able to see 50 and 50 more years after that. Um, but my age range, we was lucky to see 18. So that I'm like, hey, I'm happy. 50 is a milestone. Um, all the boys said, I'll show y'all around. I was telling her today, I said, baby, you know what? We've been to Miami on a flight, but we never been to Miami. So that's one of the
Yeah, we went
choices we're
there.
talking about.
It was hot for no reason. Oh, we were
Well,
like near Ocean Drive, which is, I guess, where the hot spot is. And we saw Dash, the Kardashians shop that's no longer in existence anymore. And I bought a compact because that was the only thing I could afford. And it started peeling off. And I was like, I guess Little Northwest did the compacts. Very cheap. But I don't
um,
know.
I wouldn't mind going to Africa either. That's not bad. Radio said go to Hawaii. You know what? That's another place we chose. Matter of fact, your spot is on the books too. So we trying to decide. We
I
thought
still want
about
to do the Vancouver train ride through the country.
the well, what we said we'll do because last time we went to Seattle a couple of years ago, we both forgot our passport. We was gonna catch the ferry over to Canada. So we said maybe we'll do that. So we're trying to figure it out. So give me some ideas. Where would you? Where
Well,
would
what are
be a
you
good
trying to do, Kurt Dog? That's the question you need to be asking.
trying to trying to grow some cornrows and and have a good
Like,
time?
I got some thoughts, but it just depends on what you're looking for.
Uh,
Are you looking
all the
to
boys.
shake your bum bun?
Hey, I'm turning up. I'm turning up. All the boys said you got to come to Miami in January or February. Yeah. Now we did do Aruba one year for anniversary, and that was good. But we went during the off season. But we
I
enjoyed
want to go to
ourselves.
Cabo and Costa
That's
Rica.
an that's another place. Both of those we talked about both of those, and I'm like, okay. Um, she said avoid Ocean Drive.
Yeah, it's overrated.
Yeah, avoid Ocean Drive. The Vancouver to Jasper is the most popular train ride. See, that's something else I'm thinking about. I'm really thinking about doing. I'm leaning towards Seattle, and while we're there, come over to Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, coming
I
into the
know.
house. Been a while, Mr. Marcellus Smith.
Hey, Marcellus.
Welcome to the show, Marcellus. Now, for the one just tuning in, please do not forget Miss Risky birthday was yesterday. You can cash app her $1, $5, $10, anything on her Starbucks.
Yeah,
Who
anything to
in
put
the
on my
hold
books
on,
is
hold on,
Starbucks.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Who in the hell calling me with the name Michelle Obama? I know exactly. I
Wait,
know
what?
who it is. Hold on. I know because of the area. Hold on. I know what's up, all aboard. Oh hell, did I lose?
Can't hear.
Oh, I gotta put on. Oh, I pushed mute. Oh, I pushed the wrong thing. All aboard, you there?
Yes, CurtDog.
I see.
Excuse me. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Whiskey.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
She
I
said.
can't wait to celebrate with you.
She said, "Thank you." Now I seen Michelle Obama. I said, "Oh Lord, I know
Oh,
better."
boy.
But I seen it. It was out of Florida, so I knew who it was. Um,
I get a lot of slack for that.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
But sometimes if I'm ordering some pizza, well, I should change that probably, depending on who I'm ordering from. They might not be supporters of the Obama.
yeah, you may want to kind of watch that a little bit because some
Yeah,
people they'll get upset, be like Michelle
yeah,
Obama. I don't like them, and you get a little extra in
yeah.
your food.
I just thought about that. That's a good
How's
point.
that, Risk?
But sometimes it
She
may
has,
be Mrs. Michelle Obama, and they're extra nice to me in customer service.
Well, it depends on if it's a supporter or not. If it's a supporter, they'll be happy. If it's not, they'll be like, no.
I'm gonna change that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah, and
Maybe
then
I should get a note of what we're talking about. That's my caller ID. It says Michelle Obama.
yeah, and I had someone call me last week, tell my God love you. I'm like, I know you do, but I don't know who you are. So
And which guy are you talking about?
exactly. So I did not answer the phone on that. Is that better, Miss Risky?
she's still low. I can still make out what she's saying.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure my phone cut up all the way.
Could you hear me sing happy birthday?
Yes, I heard that. Like I can hear it, it's just low.
I'm
Okay. All right.
trying to make.
Well, happy birthday, Miss Risky. I
Thank you.
appreciate everything you bring to the show, all your information and your energy. I love it.
Thank you.
She said, "Thank you."
I heard.
but definitely, if we come to Miami, that's one of our choices. If we come, I would definitely reach out to you, and we're gonna turn up. Um,
Oh yeah, we're on a budget because I don't do none of the touristy stuff. I'll show you how to do Miami like a local.
oh well, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So we definitely gonna look at that and try to decide what we're gonna do. I still have a couple of months, but I like to make plans ahead of time to try to get the best price. So,
Well,
um,
you know our governor. The only thing is, our governor. There's an attack on sanity in my state, so I can't protect you from that.
well,
I can protect you from price gouging.
he's just like our governor. Y'all voting right now? Do y'all have election going on? Is he up for re-election or
No, not yet.
no? Okay.
You're like, oh,
Yeah, because we're trying to get ours out, um, trying to vote him out. Hopefully, people get out and vote to get him out of there. So, uh, I'm reading that Marcellus.
Do you see what they do? They are very strategic in in the people they choose to be the bigots and the racists because it's very hard to be to confront a person who is disabled. And I really think that they played that card with the governor in Texas because it seems like they're being politically correct or progressive, right? When in actuality, he has some of the worst viewpoints.
Well, everybody who's running for governor that is a Republican, all their ads are pretty much the same. Talking about the wall, talking about they stand by Trump, which that should be a no-no by itself. Um, and all of them say the same thing. And I'm like, what else are you going to do for the people of Texas? Only thing you're talking about is building the wall. What else are you going to do for Texas? We need to know. And it's nothing more they would ever say. It's always about the wall. Every commercial, it's like they saying the same thing. We're going to build a wall because Biden won't do it. Well, the Republicans been in control of Texas uh, for well over 20 years, and they haven't built the wall yet. They could have had it built by then. So I'm like, no, it's all about a scare tactic that they're trying to do to make people nervous and talking about drug dealers coming over.
raping
Uh,
and pillaging.
yeah, raping kids and killing folks. Well, guess
We got
what?
that
We
here.
had that in our own neighborhood.
Exactly. The natives,
So
like
exactly.
native Texans, like
I'd
it's
like to
crazy.
hear more about what happens when there's a freeze because of global warming and the pipes burst in Texas. What are you going to do about the infrastructure?
Well, as for matter of fact, I don't have that story pulled up. I know we weren't going to talk about it, and we're running out of time. The one you sent me today, Miss Risky, about uh the price gouging on the last year. Uh,
Oh, I didn't really
uh
look at that one.
yeah, I read a piece of it where somebody testified in court saying that something about the electricity last year when it went out, which is
I'm
crazy.
trying to pull up the story.
Um, yeah, but definitely I'm glad to hear from you. I know we haven't been on as much as we normally do because my schedule had changed quite a bit. And but we're trying to get that worked out where I can kind of get it where I can come on more. Seem like Thursday is one of my flow days. Um, so I definitely will come on Thursdays. And this week just been crazy all week long. Um, So hopefully I'll
I
be
catch
doing.
the replay. I always catch the replay, and I always squirt.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Now, if we decide to come to Miami, I'm gonna let you know ahead of time, and we're gonna have a great time. So, so definitely keep in contact. I will announce wherever we decide to go, but we don't know just yet. So, trying to figure it
If your
out.
wife decides to come to Miami, you both bring some dancing shoes, because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you Miami.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna from soul food to salsa.
Oh, well, my wife would love that. I'm not a dancer, not unless I had about two, three, four, about six drinks
15,
in me.
20.
That too.
No, but we'll definitely let you know in advance wherever we decide to go. We trying to decide. So I just want it to be special and go from there.
Well, thank you for having me on the show. I'm gonna let you guys get back to your program, and I'll just be tuning in the chat.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you for calling it. The Michelle Obama lookalike. uh,
Okay.
all right,
Have a
all
good day.
aboard. Have a good one. All right, peace. That was all aboard straight out of Miami. Long time listener of the show. Um, but had a couple of messages come in. I'm gonna go over them real quick. T Cal said, "Hey, belated birthday, Miss Risky Marcellus. Where have you been?" Marcellus said, "T Cal, I've been working my butt off. Yeah, he owed 12 and a half jobs." Uh, T Cal said, "I hear that." T Cal said, "Don't call me. I might get overexcited thinking it's our favorite first lady." Yes, she is our favorite first lady. I don't know what's going on with my mic. I think it's saying that our time is almost up. Does anybody else think Russia is attacking from Putin to make Trump president again? Because y'all know they homeboy. Emma, I'm
Now, I think
reaching.
it's a money thing because, I mean, it's a big piece of land with a lot of resources and a lot of money. And they, like the resources they have, I mean, let's see, I was looking up some stats here. They're important in agriculture. They're first in Europe in terms of arable land area, third place in the world for black soil, which is 25% of the world's volume. Um, they're first in the world's export of sunflower and sunflower oil. Let's go back to resources. Uranium, they're first in those reserves. Um, so it's a lot of resources. Iron, like they're in like all their resources is like in the top 10 of the world's um, tradable resources in cheese, and um, it's a big plot of land. And Russia knows what they're doing. They're trying to get the money and the people. You get the money and the people, and Putin probably thinks he's going to be able to rule the world. And then, he's going to be in control of the trades. And we get our oil from over there as well. And, our prices are going to continue to go up because we should be doing stuff here
Exactly.
and not over there.
And not only that, I caught part of President Biden's speech about Russia today, and they have started to take a stand. They freezing their accounts of companies that deal with them over here, and said they stock actually tumbled today. Said they stock crashed today because the U.S. have cut off all their funds that they was getting from here, and it took a dive.
I
So
mean, it's going to affect, I think, everyone around the world. And it's going to get messy. And I think it's going to, like I said, mess up everybody for a while
yeah,
if if they
and
get control.
and all aboard. I have her cash app up on the stream. It's $ risky books, and that's her $. Um, but
Dollar bills, y'all.
um, but it is definitely. Um, I think it was all planned. Whenever he started preparing the troops, putting them over there, I said it's just a matter of time before he attacked them. And sure enough, last night they did. And it's a sad situation. I got a alert early, and actually while I was reviewing the stories, let me see. I think it was like over 100 people that have been killed. Um, I'm trying to see if I could pull it up.
They're just air assaults and neighborhoods, and they're really going taking them through it in the Ukraine. I know Maxim Shmierkowski. He was with Dancing with the Stars. Is over there. He was doing a sister show over there, and you could just hear the sirens in the background. Um, so it's really disheartening to know that a lot more people are going to get hurt or die because of greed.
Yeah, and then on top of that, um, it was I don't know. It's a jacked up situation. It was even protests going on in Russia, um, and they arrested them for protesting. So, and Russia is a little bit tricky when it come down to stuff like that because you may never hear from those folks again.
Right.
But there was a lot of young folks that was protesting about this war that never should have happened. Now, I'm glad that President Biden did come out and speak on it, but during Trump time in office, it been words that Russia submarines were spotted in the U.S. and stuff like that. So it could be a thing where, and I hate to say it, but I feel like it could end up being a war, even
For
though
sure.
even though President Biden said we're not going to be involved in it. But
Not yet, but eventually, I
I
think
think I
it's
think
going to
eventually
start
we're going to
affecting
be
some things.
involved. So, and they're talking about the cyber attack that is going on, and Putin actually, it came out, I think it was yesterday, said that if anyone get involved with this, they're gonna have to pay for it. As if he was saying, "Hey, you get involved, we don't care what happened." And unfortunately, Putin one of those type of folks that he'll push that nuke button in a minute. Don't care. So that's always a
Because he's
scary
already
thought.
threatened to, and by saying that anyone else who gets involved, there's going to be trouble. He's
Yeah,
already put that out there. So we don't know what he's working with. And I don't want to know.
exactly. So it's a scary sight for all of us, even though it's many miles away. But it's still gonna affect us and quite a bit. I know President Biden said he's gonna release some more our reserve fuel to help us out at the pumps, but I don't remember when it helped us out when he released it last time. I'm still trying
Yeah,
to figure it
they're
out.
still gouging us at the pumps. So, I mean, it's just like the rents and all the, electricity and all that stuff, the resources, they can jack it up because it's not really regulated. You know, they
Yeah.
do what they want.
And did you were you able to pull that story up since you brought up the energies and all of that? And then we're
I
gonna
did.
tiptoe up out of here after that. Um,
Um, yeah. So Greg Abbott pushed to well, allegedly pushed to charge residents sky high energy prices amid the winter storm that paralyzed the state and caused mass blackouts last year. According to court testimony from the former head of the state's power grid. Former Electric Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT, CEO Bill Magnus testified in court on Wednesday, um, stating that the governor's alleged role in allowing power prices to reach and remain at a maximum cap of 9,000 per megawatt hour, or 150 times the normal rate, according to the Houston Chronicles. More than 4.5 million Texans lost power during the February crisis, and it contributed to 246 deaths.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
And all aboard said I sent a slice of cake money, Marcellus.
Yes. Thank
All that.
you, all aboard and Marcellus, for my Starbucks and I'll probably get a donut from Starbucks instead of cake. Those old fashioned donuts are the bomb. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Exactly. And I still, I apologize. Let me do mine why I'm doing it now. Okay. My day's been crazy. Um, so I'm gonna make it say ching 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 ching.
Ching, ching. Well, my stuff is silent so that I won't get distracted.
Well, I'm gonna actually send it.
But I can see the things.
I'm gonna send it a different way. Keep those fees off of you. That's what I'm gonna do. So, hold on. I think I have your what's the name in my phone.
Probably.
Send you a little something.
Just trying to see.
Uh,
Korea.
last time I guess I sent you a gift card. Um, I
I can't
do.
remember. I'm old now.
Yeah,
The memory's the first thing to go.
and you talking about hey, oh, you old. Um,
I know. My stepfather called me and, I answered the phone. I was like, "What's up, old man?" And he's like, I ain't the only one that's old. I was like, "Oh, you got jokes." But Gen X, we're ageless.
exactly. That's why I say when I cut my hair tonight and shave, since the cornrows don't want to act right, I can't wear cornrows over on the side like this and all this right here be clear. So I gotta get something else, America Grow or something. Um, but I send it once we get off there because I got to get your information. Send it by Zelle. So
But I'm gonna answer all aboard's question. I'm not sure if Russia's taking Crimea. I think but they did take Chernobyl. Um, there are still explosions in the Ukrainian capital, um, and this is as of 32 minutes ago. Uh, there are lots of live updates online. People are streaming it from their homes. News reports is everywhere, and you can just hear the sirens and the bombs just around these people. And a lot of people are trying to take the bus and leave um, with what they can carry. Like it's tragic, and it's I don't know, it's just crazy.
and man, my mind had went somewhere else. um, is all about the money. That's what
It
it's
is.
all about.
Yeah.
It's
Like I said, it's
no
a
other.
big plot of land and with a lot of resources that affects a lot of people around the world.
So it's all about the money. Um, um, but Miss Risky, I know we went over our time a little bit, so but definitely find the time. Um, keep Ukrainian this world in your prayers because we all need it. Now Russia have done this in the past also, uh, and I think last time it happened, it lasted for 5 days. So and people saying they hope it end real quick like it did last time.
Yeah, because wasn't that like around 2014 or something?
Yes, and not only that, Ukrainian people talk about martial law here, um, but Ukrainian have called for martial law. That's when, uh, and the president basically said, if um, if you have weapons, do whatever you have to do to protect yourself, your family, and our country. Um, so that's what they call for martial law. I've seen women out there with weapons, all type of folks, and this is um, this is an issue with everybody, even though it's not happening in our backyard. But with somebody like Putin, it can happen in our backyard.
And then again, it's about resources and money. Like we still trade and get resources from over there, and that can affect us with a lot of our supplies, even though we should be getting it from our own backyard. But we go for cheap labor and resources and in bulk. So that's the American way.
That's it. And Miss Risky, let the folks know where they can find you at. And
Well, due to the ice storm, not in them streets. You slipping and sliding. You can find me everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm starting to come up on TikTok at RSKEE. You can check out my website, riskybooks.com. Look at my works. What else? I pretty much live on Instagram and I guess now TikTok. So, and then you can email me messages, story ideas. I'm not going to be doing history um, unless like somebody gives me something because it takes a lot of time. But if you suggest something, I will throw it in there. And RSKEE at yahoo.com.
exactly. And as for me, like I say all the time, the best way to hit me up is in those DMs. Holler at me in the DM. That's probably the best way of getting in contact with me. And see, we trying to end the show. And radio, radio talking about send Rittenhouse to Ukrainian. He'll
Well,
clean up.
him and all those domestic terrorists that stormed the Capitol. Since you want to flex with your weapons
Exactly.
and storm them,
Send the oath
but they'll
keepers
probably all
over
have
there.
like what are those burnt bone spurs on their foot. Yeah, I can't join. I got foot issues. I got an ingrown toenail.
Uh, it, that's what the U.S. have done, have hit them financially, and in the press conference that President Biden had today, a reporter asked the question, "Are you asking China to step in?" And President Biden said, "I cannot answer that now," and left it alone. And actually, that press conference started getting out of hand, and they cut away from it because I mean, questions was flying like, sound like they're finna have a war in the press room, and they was like, "Hey, no." But the thing is, because of Russia background, a lot of people um, is nervous, fear Putin because of what they're known to do. It's nothing to shake somebody's hand and you end up sticking them with poison uh, from the history of
You
Russia.
watch you watch too many movies. Yeah. Wrap it up. You going in the La La Land, telling stories, tall tales.
Allegedly, we'll put allegedly. Um, so that's something that um, allegedly they known for doing. And well, hell, they tried to poison somebody that went against Putin last year sometime, wasn't it?
I think somebody just got food poisoning,
No, 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 no,
allegedly. That
no,
one, not that, where they
no.
were
That was
vomiting or something.
poison.
Oh,
They
okay.
tried to kill him.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Hell, that's what they reported.
Yeah.
He survived. He survived, but that's what was what was reported. The guy did survive. So yeah, but we'll say allegedly. We'll say allegedly. Someone tried to poison him. Mhm. But anyway, we appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. It's always good to come on, have a good time, talk to y'all. Now, please do not forget, if you are in need of counseling, you're in the DFW area, please reach out to Miss Dion Simmons. You can get counseling for free. Contact your HR about the EAP program and employee assistant program, and you can get it for free. Don't be ashamed. We all need help. I've been taking counseling since 2018, so it's a good thing. And don't forget to hit Miss Risky up and the chingalingaling on that cash app. $ Risky Books. Risky Books on the cash app for her birthday, which was yesterday. And uh, hook her sister up. She deserved it. She deserved every bit. And ain't no nothing too small, nothing too big.
Like I
She
appreciate it all.
appreciate it all. Don't care what it is. Just make sure she can hear it crumble.
Add it to
She
my
can hear,
Starbucks books. Add it to my books at Starbucks.
yeah, make sure she can hear it crumble like this and not clang clang clang.
Well,
But
it's all digital now, so nobody has money nowadays. You're so 1980s, CurtDog.
hey, all the boys said, "No, that happened a few years ago in England and Russia." I thought
Oh,
I knew I heard the story exactly. Uh, he's in prison, but the hell they try to kill him. But hey, I'm just saying. I think it was somebody who was running against Putin that
they ain't
they tried.
running now.
They were trying to bump him off. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all. Until we're gonna push for Tuesday. Until Tuesday, I love each and every one of you. Until then, peace. And don't forget, send me suggestions of where I should go for my 50th birthday. Until then, oh, as a matter of fact, happy birthday to my sister, who is tomorrow.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
sister.
Holler at y'all later. Peace.